way of living. The question that we like to leave with everyone to ask themselves is, how do I want to be remembered? How do I want to be remembered?
Amen.
I often tell people that I try my best to leave a good example for my kids, and that they take care of their mother and things of that nature, but most importantly, to live a righteous life. And it's a blessing that your children know that you are connected to God. They're not feeling good, and they come straight to you and say, "Daddy, can you pray for me that I feel better?" It's an encouragement to keep on walking this way, and then seeing the fruits of prayer, seeing the effects of prayer. Truly, God is real. So the question was, how do I want to be remembered? The thought for today, a memorial life. Deacon, if you'd be so kind, congregation. Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter. A memorial life. Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter. Beginning right there at the 29th verse. Remember, a memorial is something designed to keep remembrance alive. And life is a way of living, a particular way of living. Ecclesiastes 7 and 29 says what?
Lo, this only have I found.
This only have I found that what?
That God had made man upright.
That God hath made man upright.
Yeah.
But what?
But they have sought out many inventions.
When God created us, church, He designed us to be upright.
Yes.
So that the remembrance that we keep alive is that of holiness and righteous living. It said, "Lo, this only have I found, that God hath made man a particular way, and that was upright." God designed us to be upright, church. But it said, "But they have sought out many inventions." Turn to Galatians, the 5th chapter. God made man upright. Man has sought out many inventions. An invention is being defined by Wikipedia, I believe it was, is a creation of the imagination. A creation of the imagination. An invention is a creation of the imagination. So God made us exactly how He wanted us to be. But man sought out many inventions.
True.
They came up with many creations of their imagination. They came up with things that God had nothing to do with it.
True.
19th verse beginning says what?
Now, the works of the flesh are manifest.
Now here's those inventions, those creations of the imagination. The works of the flesh are manifest, which are these. Number 1,
Adultery,
adultery.
fornication,
Adultery is extramarital activities. Married folks dipping out of the marriage. Single folks dipping into marriages. Unlicensed marriage, as the pastor said. I think I recall the pastor also also saying one time that adultery is where two people are acting as though they are married. Let me repeat that. They are acting as though they are married, but not. Shacking up, living together, making babies together. That's adultery. Acting, but they're not. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these. Adultery is number one. Number two,
Fornication,
sex outside of the marriage. Gonna get straight to it. Sex outside of the marriage. Fornication. Number two. All right. Number three is what?
uncleanness,
Uncleanness. Having a dirty mind, having a dirty heart, just all the way around dirty. Dirty, filthy, uncleanness. Fourth one is what?
lasciviousness,
Lust. Lust. See somebody pass by and you start undressing them with your eyes. Lasciviousness. Next one is what?
adultery,
Idolatry. Anything that you put before God is an idol. And there's no limitation to what that is. It's anything that you put before God. Whether it's a spouse, whether it's money, whether it's a car, whether it's a job. I think they got the basketball championship going on right now. I'm not following it too much. But if there was a game during the middle of the day, I'm going to have to miss out on church today. I gotta fire up the grill and get ready for the big game. The game don't come on till, what time? 7 o'clock at night, something like that? You gonna miss church so that you can fire up the grill? Idolatry is anything that you put before God. Amen? What's next?
witchcraft,
Witchcraft. The sin of witchcraft. Lord help. Rebellion, church, is as the sin of witchcraft. Everyone know what they used to do with witches back in the days? They used to burn them. Got all these fortune readers, things like that. Well, I gotta go see my psychic. We call psychic hotline and get my reading for the day. I gotta go get the newspaper so I can read my horoscope. It is a horror. The only thing you're doing is looking through it through a scope to see a bunch of horror. Next one.
hatred,
Hatred. Just having a hateful heart. Just hating people. Without a cause, just hating people. Is that how you want to be remembered? What's next?
variance,
Variance. Always trying to be at odds or against someone. Every time you turn around, they're being at odds against someone. Never want to agree with them. Always want to be at odds. Variance. What's next?
emulation,
Emulations. Striving to be equal or greater and excelling others. Well, on my fundraiser, I sold $5 worth of stuff. Well, guess what? I sold $10. Well, I caught 10 fish. Well, guess what? I caught 11. Well, my job is paying me $25,000. Well, my job is paying me $25. And 1 cent.